Welcome back. Ciao, I'm Zoe. This is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. So, not exactly sure why we got cut off yesterday, but that's a real thing, and we're going to attempt to fix it today. So, I got. I had to get the headphones because I forgot that phone is really old and it doesn't, what do you call it? It doesn't, there's no sound. Every time that I've recorded something from that phone, it's no sound. Look at my hood today, guys. I got my Raven style wizard hood here. So, the reading from yesterday. Today, actually, you guys can see. I'll do it. I'll do it. If you guys saw my video earlier, I did a whole thing. I did a whole thing. Where I got dressed. You guys can see all my things. Now I'm wearing this because this is also something I made. Because the mosquitoes. Okay, so this is nice, though. Bamboo cotton. This can be long, this can be a full dress, but it's all good, right? I got the black pearl on some pink stick. Okay, so let us begin. Let us continue, rather. Wow, you guys. So this stuff was crazy yesterday, right? I'm not sure why it shut off. And so I want to reiterate, as we were breaking down, as we were getting into some of what was being felt or said or happening over here yesterday. Now, I just want to say, first of all, if there's options or you're like options are sneaky, you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't have to be hiding or sneaking or whatever. Shouldn't have to be hiding that. If this is like something that's someone's feeling, and also, just so you guys know, this can be like a soulmate type of love or something that comes in can be your friend or your um it doesn't have to be necessarily in a romantic way. It can also be like a different partner. I mean, here we do see the levers that is coming in. So let's get some more information on this. So what I did notice today, first off, coming up, we had the Ten of Chalices. This flew over, went downstairs. So the Ten of Cups. So this is about someone having options. Maybe they've been hiding secrets. Maybe there is some secrets they're afraid to share because they're afraid who might judge them. Because once we let secrets out, then we're vulnerable, right? People can judge us, and that doesn't sit good. So these flipped over. A few actually flipped over, okay? So let's look at these ones first. The Page of Chalices, okay? So this is an offering, okay? So yeah, we want emotional contentment. We want to offer this emotional contentment. The world, want to offer the world. Okay, let's go. Want to offer everything, right? The world, the sun, the moon, the stars, the protection, the guardians. I want, and then we have the moon, and the moon is here in reverse. So no more secrets, no more deception, right? No more lies, just honesty, right? Maybe, yeah, maybe, and this could be, somebody could be also, you guys, somebody could be coming out and saying, I'm in love with you. This might be what could be like catching people super by surprise, right? Whatever it is, don't worry, okay? Don't worry, okay? Trust, 47. This one flipped over as well. Trust the path, okay? The divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose, okay? So trust. It's all meant to be, okay, we have the Two of Swords coming out. There's a decision. Now, for some, the decision has already been made, okay? Because see how the swords are down, right? Um, so it's like, maybe the decision isn't final, but we know the decision that we want, the decision or the outcome that we actually want, right? So let's get some more cards. What deck is this? This deck, okay. I mean, I first kind of want to get some cards on this other thing, right? Like, who is this other person? Who is this other secret or lover, right? What is this first? The Knight of Wands. Okay, hold on. We have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, oh, interesting. Okay, we have the three of coins, the Seven of Wands, and the One of Wands, but the Ace is in the reverse. Okay, and the Three of Coins is also in the reverse, even though this card is interesting, right? It's now in reverse. So, okay, for some, someone came in, right? This is like kind of fuckboy energy, not gonna lie. The um, the Knight of Wands. You know, this is someone coming in, passionate, really quick. Maybe you thought you're gonna miss an opportunity, or maybe you didn't want to miss the opportunity because you're more connected on this primal level, and that is the secret. You didn't want to miss the opportunity, and so you took your opportunity. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, before, maybe when the masculine was like, yes, you're my wish, you're my dream to work together, like now we're upside down. Maybe now feminine's like, I'm going to work on my coins. I don't know about that. Defending bad behavior is what it looks like to me, right? This is normally like an offering. This is passion. This is normally like more phallic, more passionate, more, I mean, this is a love reading, right? We're continuing the love reading. So what this tells me is someone could be defending someone could be defensive about sharing their passion as well, okay? Someone could be worried. They want to come in and they want to make the connection. They don't want to miss the opportunity to work or be together or whatever, right? But they're being a little defensive. So, because maybe they don't have this attraction, right? Maybe this attraction isn't for the person. Maybe the attraction, maybe that is the secret, is the attraction is a different lover, or maybe the other lover is this could be same sex, or could be in love with whatever. I'm sensing other person very strongly. Okay, we have the Magician. The with the Three of Wands. Okay. And the Six of Wands. Okay, so someone oh, someone, okay. Someone to win the victory, okay? Someone that was in this magician energy, okay? Let me plug in this light, sorry. So you can see the cards, okay. So someone was in this magician energy, right? Defending, actually. Interesting. Defending the damsel, right? As if she's physical property a little bit. It's interesting. Okay. Defending her, right? He's defending. He's definitely this interesting. So maybe, so nobody or nothing can get to her. Maybe there was another third party. There was somebody else, another man. Okay, maybe. So the magician created this whole thing, right? The magician creating this whole distraction because he's waiting for something to happen. He's waiting. This is generally the Three of Wands is like waiting for the ships to come in, right? Waiting for something. Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. I can't see all the chat here. I have to look at it over here. And then we have the Six of Wands. So he wants to be, the magician wants to be victorious, but also defend something. So, but what is this sneaky stuff? What is the sneaky stuff over here? Okay, it was somebody that was acting out of jealousy. Somebody was acting out of jealousy and somebody was acting out of fear. They were doing something sneaky. They created this other situation, actually. For some of you to see if you would wait. They're saying for some of you, they thought your thoughts could have gotten the best of you, right? See this huge wave, this tidal wave, and choosing the emotions with the moon. You know, it's like your thoughts, your past, or also crying over things, right? Crying over something. Oh, okay. Crying over options. Now I understand. So we become the magician, right? Yeah, the Wheel of Fate. We've now become the magician. Amazing. We've now become the magician, and what's going on? Because remember, I'm reading today off of the cards from yesterday. So we've now become the magician because we've learned how to get out. The moon was upside down, remember? We've learned how to get out of this emotional state. We've learned how to not need to be so in this emotional depth, right? And where we were once worried, right? We were once worried about this option. This option is sneaky. This option is lying. This option has another man, another person, maybe same sex. For a lot of you guys is the thing. I don't know exactly how that plays out. Maybe you guys will. Maybe it's a lady boy. So maybe there was somebody, and that is the secret. Not sure, but yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity around gender in this, and the wheel of fate is turning. So, what is the decision? Okay. What is this decision that has to be made? The Two of Swords. The Knight of Wands. Oh, the decision that has to be made is based on passion. Okay, it's based around somebody that's doing something, somebody that's did some sexual things, some sexual favors or whatever, something. They acted too quick. Okay. So, what are we working on? We're working on something, Queen of Cups, something that is obviously emotional, something that she already knew, she already called. Then we have the Three of Coins where the guy is by himself. This is in reverse. So, is she willing to work with him? I'm not sure. She doesn't look too fucking happy. And three is normally people working together. This is upside down. So based on these actions, Palace of Wands. Okay? Based on these actions, she could choose to stay in the place where she has passion, where she can, something like this. The Palace of Wands. The Hermit. That may mean, let's get some more clarification. For some, there was a decision that was made. Somebody made a decision. And that decision was primal and sexual in nature. And now the feelings, the emotions, the whatever, the passion is not there. Yeah, the Hermit. Yeah, the Empress. Now, it seems that because the Magician has come here and the Empress has come here, and we have the Queen of Cups, okay, it seems that Feminine has actually, right, see this baby is like glowing? She's like, okay, I'm collecting all this fruit, I'm doing all of this, I'm going to actually create this whole new thing, right? Don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry. We're not going to stay stuck. Yeah, and this Eight of Swords, right? She's like, nope, I know the truth. I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I'm not going to be in this bubble. Hi. Yeah. And then we get the Six of Coins. And then we get the balance. We get the reciprocity, right? So, what is the mental constraint here? Queen of Wands. So, yeah, this is like the other woman, the other man. This is a passion. Yeah, I would say the other woman's out as a mask. But the other man, because it was going on here, this is something else. So that's where a lot of the mental block is. Now what do we have? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, but the Nine of Cups is in reverse. So maybe what we thought was going to bring us this wish fulfillment or happiness or whatever, right? Just following our pleasures, eat, drinking, and being merry. Maybe that didn't get us where we needed to go. It's not actually going to get us the Ten of Cups, right? It's not going to bring us that emotional contentment. That's why it's upside down, because it's pouring out here, right? This is just now an idea. The Ten of Cups is now an idea. It's a feeling. Maybe it's somebody fucked up somewhere along the way. I don't know. Five of Swords. Okay. No, this is in reverse. So normally this is about a fight, something that has happened, something that occurred, and basically one person is, has all of the swords at the end. Now in this, hello, hello, Fanny. Yes, I'm in Indonesia. And so this means like we're not like the fight is over, right? Or like what somebody was fighting for or about was wrong or inaccurate, right? We have the 7 of Wands. What they were defending, right? What they were defending, their pleasures, because this is in reverse, their pleasure over the contentment, the others in general, other people's concerns, passions for other people outside of self or outside of the partner. Okay. Okay, can you give me more clarification? What are we defending? What is this? 10 of Wands, you guys. And the 6 of Wands. Okay. What are they defending? Love you. My name is Zoe. Yeah, don't worry about what's going wrong, whatever. This is somebody, hopefully this is someone else's story and not yours. This is definitely somebody did something. They have a lot of work and they have a lot of, this is overwhelming thoughts. This is like anxiety, right? Someone has been defending something. Maybe they did a lot of work. Maybe they feel bad. I don't know. Maybe they feel like they did a good job. Victory. Maybe, they feel victorious. Like, yeah, I did something, but maybe they didn't think, they didn't think that they would get caught. Ooh, that's not nice. Okay, King of Wands. So we have a king to the queen now. And the Lovers. Okay. So, is this new? Four of Cups, missed opportunity. Okay. So, for some, okay, the Sun, happiness, let's go. Happiness. Okay. So for some here, what's going on is what I'm seeing is for some there was something that happened, okay? Something happened. There's been a lot of anxiety, a lot of overwhelming thought, like a lot of burden, like thinking, overthinking, like really just like too much, right? So it's like, but I've done all this work and I just want to do this and whatever, right? So what's happening now is there was an opportunity that somebody thought was missed before. But if you notice this guy, right? He's in the nude, okay? Now that means authentic, honest, truthful, right? And normally this is like the person sitting there with the Four of Cups is missing the fourth cup. They're missing this opportunity that normally that's being given from the divine. Now, in this case, they're not missing the opportunity. They're not going to miss the opportunity, right? They're going to say, no, I'm not going to miss this opportunity, actually. I'm going to, my happiness, my victory comes and actually making space. And maybe there's another opportunity coming back. Okay? For some of you guys that have been single, maybe you won't be single. This can be a single card as well. So, this being in reverse, we have the happiness, we have victory, we have, what do we have? The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, okay? So yeah, for some of you guys, this is someone you already knew. Something you already knew is probably coming into play. There was a Tower moment, but now it is over, okay? Something had to be, something had to be, something had to be like let down, let out, okay? The Magician again. Then we have the Palace of Swords. Okay, so what someone thought, right? What someone thought, or someone's actions that they took trying to do this, that they thought they could manipulate, right? We have the Priestess, the Magician, the Palace of Swords. They thought they could cleverly set something up. They've done it many times, I think. You guys, could be jealous, could be a defensive person, someone that doesn't want to do this anymore. The 5 was in reverse, so they don't want to do this anymore. They don't want to have defensive nature. Maybe they have done some things to set some people up, to set some things up in a certain sort of way, right? They've had these ideas, they've taken these actions, and maybe they weren't the best, maybe they didn't yield the best result, but the reason why they did it was because they wanted to have something to be prepared. But the problem here is that they were distracted. The Devil. The problem here is that certain other people, addictions, exterior influences have been, these, and okay, so a lot of them can be thoughts. A lot of these exterior influences or problems can be thoughts, right? The Palace of Swords, right? It can just be all these assumptions, or like, I come up with all these ideas of like what I think someone may or may not be doing or whatever, right? Like, that's what it is. Yeah, you gotta death to that, okay? You gotta let that go. You gotta stop coming up with scenarios. Stop coming up with scenarios. Stop trying to pre-plan, right? Do something small. Emperor. Do something big, but show stability, right? Show the ability to stand in this power. However that is, right? Don't worry about all the things that you think you need to do. It's not really necessary, right? You think you need to have all this stuff prepared, prepare more, have all this stuff prepared. You don't. See, this is in reverse. The 7's in reverse. When it's meant, right? The 4 of Wands. When it's meant, when you're meant to step through that door, all it takes is a little bit of action. The Knight of Swords, right? Forward action or motion. Ace of Cups. To offer that offering of love. Ace of Coins. Make sure to bring something to offer with it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Do you guys have any questions? Hello. Do you guys have any questions before we go? Like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys. Wow, this is interesting. So, let's stay tuned for what happens, right? Let's stay tuned for what happens. Ciao for meow.